Well, hello there, and good evening, everyone. I'm William Brantley from the University Village Apartments on Walker Road here in the North Jackson, Tennessee area. Ready to share with you yesterday's and today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. Boy, it turned out to be a cold day today, didn't it? Compared to what we've been having, I tell you. I guess I'll go ahead and read you the stats to you. There is a freeze warning for tomorrow morning for all of West Tennessee for temperatures getting down near 30 degrees tomorrow morning. And we probably have a good size frost also tomorrow morning, even on the ground as possible. Alright. Yesterday's low temperature was 39 degrees. That actually occurred at midnight last night here in North Jackson. The high temperature was 72 yesterday, and 66 was the warmest low yesterday in Savannah, Tennessee, while 39 degrees would be the coldest right here in North Jackson, Tennessee. Now, yesterday, I winded up with 1.36 inches of rainfall here in North Jackson. Now, for the year, or whether for the month, I'm up to 2.95 inches. And for the year, I'm up to 44.24 inches of rain. Now with that 2.95 inches, normal is 3.28. So I'm close to normal, but still a little bit below. But I'm above normal with for the year, with the normal being 42.53. And remember, I'm at 44.24 here in North Jackson. Okay. I'll tell you what, let me show you something real quick. If I can find it here. Yeah. I thought I did a little bit of a survey of going around collecting some rainfall amounts from different parts of the Jackson area, actually. And I found this out. I got a couple of friends in South Jackson now that's willing to help me out. Bemis, Tennessee, of course. I finally got that rainfall amount earlier today. Inch and a half fell in Bemis, Tennessee yesterday, which is not far from my 1.36. It still is not that bad. I now have a helper in the Melissa's area, not far from South Jackson, Tennessee's Walmart. Mr. Darren Wilson. He's a friend of mine from the church that I belong to at Melissa's Baptist Church. He's a friend of mine there. He's keeping track of the rain for me at his house. And he winded up with 1.40 inches of rain out south. Of course, I marked it on my Facebook weather page that I had 1.36 inches here on Walker Road in North Jackson. Now, the Jackson, Tennessee airport had 1.43 inches of rain, and North Park here in North Jackson, that's Eddie Holmes' West Tennessee Weather Online station near North Park, and he had 1.24 inches of rain. So it looked like we had anywhere from 1.24 to an inch and a half of rain in both sides of Jackson, north and south side. Alright, just thought I'd show that to you for reference speaking. And I actually had a friend on Twitter, Herman Odell, I believe. I'm following him. He lives about a mile and a half east of me, and I think he reported around an inch and a half. It might not have been exactly an inch and a half, but he reported somewhere near there. I just now thought of that one. Was Herman Odell. Alright. So I sort of got my own weather watchers, rainfall trackers reporting to me, and I'm going to be more than glad to share that with everybody on YouTube or of course on Twitter as well. Alright, just thought I'd share those extra rainfall amounts to you. All those were roughly within a quarter of an inch, and between 1.25 and 1.5 inches roughly. And most 136 is right there, kind of in the middle, in a way. Alrighty, let me move on to today's climate summary. As of 5 p.m., I'm a little late again tonight because I tried to get something else set up and I gotta go back to it after I get through. I just didn't want to be too late on my YouTube recording here. So I gotta go back to 5 p.m. It was cloudy at that time here in North Jackson, and the temperature was a chilly 42 degrees. The dew point was 29 degrees. The humidity was at 61%. We had northwest winds at 12 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure was 29.99 inches of mercury. Today's low temperature here in North Jackson was 29 degrees. The high today was 50. Yeah, only 50. By the way, the record coolest high is 49 and set way back in 2008, which is my own records. And I almost broke that joker. But I got 1 degree above it, so the old record of 49 stands, at least here. Alright, 49 degrees, but that's still a cool high. Alrighty, it's going to warm up a touch tomorrow, though. I've had no rainfall today since midnight. Lowest humidity would be 54%, and that occurred at 2 and 3 p.m. The highest would be 100%, and that occurred at 12 a.m. Today's lowest pressure, barometric pressure, would be 29.98 inches, and that occurred at 2 and 3 p.m., while the highest would be 30.05 inches, and that occurred at 9 and 10 a.m. this morning. Today's highest wind gust has been 18 miles per hour out of the northwest at 1:24 p.m. Now today's records for October 28th, the hottest high would be 85 degrees in 2016. Well, it was warm last year, wasn't it, my friends? 1 year ago today, 85 degrees. And of all things, today's high this year, 50 degrees, narrowly missing the record coolest high of 49 degrees set back in 2008. But we did set a record last year, though. It was 85 degrees for the hottest in 2016. Talk about 1 year to the next and going to extremes like that. My goodness. Of course, I've already gave you the coolest high, 49 in 2008. The warmest low would be 68 degrees, and that happened in 1954 and 2004. While the coldest low would be, what is it? I misread you, the warmest low. 68 degrees in 1954 and 2004. Sorry about that. And 26 degrees would be the coldest low in 1957 and 2001. Today's rainfall record would be 1.16 inches, and that happened in 1979. Okay, I think that's all the stats for the time being. What do I want to I'll go ahead and show you that freeze watch map once more. It really hasn't changed from yesterday. And here it is, what it looks like. It's in dark blue, of course. It was yesterday, it is today too. All of West Tennessee, pretty much all the Mid-South. Middle Tennessee is not included, however. Middle Tennessee is not included. West Tennessee and the Mid-South for lows near 30 degrees tomorrow morning. Now the warning actually applies from about 1 a.m. to about 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Then it expires. And the Weather Service mentioned that there's also a chance that by Monday morning, lows will be down near freezing again. I'll get into that details momentarily. Alright, what's next? I think I done showed you this. Yeah, done showed you that. Showed you the map. Oh, Doppler radar. Let's look at the radar courtesy of AccuWeather. It looks like I got it on the whole nation tonight. How about that? Raining pretty good down there in Florida. They have a tropical storm going by them tonight and tomorrow. I'm not sure, but it's Philippi or Philip or something. I'm trying to remember its name and I can't think of it off the top of my head. The center's going to go near Miami and and go right up the East Coast. I think the center is right along in here. Near here, it's going to go something like that from the map features that I've been seeing. Something like that over the next few days. It's not expected to become a hurricane. It's just going to be a tropical storm for the most part, and not a whole lot of wind involved. They said it's just going to be a heavy rainmaker down there in parts of Florida. And as you can see, it's raining pretty good down there now. Southern half anyways. And that's that front that moved through us yesterday. It's creating storms from Georgia all the way up to Pennsylvania, right along the Appalachian Mountains, East Tennessee, North Carolina border, moving east. And some very light sprinkles well to the west. I think it's snowing in parts of Kentucky actually, and up in that area. Smaller spots. It's not organized, so it won't stick or anything. Maybe a few flurries, and down here we might get a sprinkle here and there, but nothing that would measure in that respect. But it'd be basically, and then you see the little heavier snow up in Minnesota, maybe a little bit there in Wisconsin, but other than that, the country's pretty dry. Pretty dry. Other than what you're seeing right there. Of course, right here in Jackson, we're just cloudy. Right here. Well, you know, it looks like it's trying to pick up a couple of small echoes not too far from us, but most likely just a few sprinkles. Because the clouds should be clearing out toward about 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. Speaking of that, let me go on to the satellite picture. There you can see the clouds mainly over East Tennessee. Pretty thick over there from Knoxville all over into North Carolina. And we're kind of on the edge of it here in West Tennessee. If you look real close, you can see the clearing line down around Memphis. So I'd say the western half of Shelby County may be clear by now. And that's moving in our general direction. It's just taking a sweet time getting here. And you can see the clearing on to the west of there. But the clearing expected to be here, like I said, around 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we've got almost 6 more hours of clouds to deal with here in Jackson before it finally clears out here. That may actually hold the temperatures from falling quickly overnight. And otherwise, with the temperature of 42 at 5 o'clock, we would have a chance of getting on down into the 20s, mid to upper 20s if it cleared out quicker. And since it's staying kind of cloudy, that may be a bonus to keep the temperatures from getting too far below freezing around here. So I said, thank God for the clouds tonight, huh? Alright. Here's the current surface map, courtesy of the Weather Channel, of course. There you see the rain once again, mainly along the east of us. That cold front stretching down from Canada into western North Carolina to a low over South Carolina, and a front on down into the Gulf of Mexico. That's mainly where the precipitation is taking place in the whole country. There you see the highs is taking our weather over after midnight at least, but there's not a whole lot going on in the whole country other than the precipitation east of us. Alrighty, that's good news. And we move on to the forecast, I guess. Maybe a few more details on it. Looks like it's going to be, like I mentioned, mostly cloudy for the remainder of the evening anyways, with skies clearing toward about 3 or 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Should be mostly clear by then, and all of Sunday once it clears up. No rain's expected, more than maybe a sprinkle or two here and there, but that's going to be so light it's not even worth mentioning, hardly. The low tomorrow morning should be near 30 degrees. It's going to be very close to freezing, if not below. But the high tomorrow a little bit warmer, 56 degrees, with west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The sunset tonight at 6:04 p.m. Be rising tomorrow morning at 7:15 a.m. and setting tomorrow evening at 6:03 p.m. The moon rose at 2:23 p.m. It'll be setting at 12:46 a.m. tomorrow morning and be rising tomorrow afternoon at 3:01 p.m. And on Monday, looks like it's going to be continued mostly fair, mostly clear, whichever term you prefer, with a low near 36. So it's still going to be kind of chilly Monday, but hopefully it'll stay above freezing. With low of 36, but it's going to warm up kind of quick like. High of 68 by Monday is going to be near 70, with southwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And by the way, normal low is 44 and normal high is 68. That'd be about normal on Monday. And on Tuesday, Halloween Day, it still looks pretty. Mostly clear skies most of the day till Tuesday night around sunset, and then it's going to become mostly cloudy with a low near 37 and a high of 55, with north winds at 10 to 20. So most likely during roughly 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., the temperatures will likely be in the 40s during that time frame, mid to upper 40s probably. So it will be cool enough to dress up if you happen to go out trick-or-treating with the kids or wherever you may go, unless you go somewhere indoors. And after that, next chance for rain is coming up next Wednesday, November 1st, matter of fact. Mostly cloudy with an 80% chance of rain moving in, with a low near 43 and a high of 63, with south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Well, alrighty, that's it for tonight, folks. Sweet dreams. I hope you have a very pleasant Saturday night. Hope you wake up to a beautiful Sunday morning, October 29th, 2017. And I hope I get a chance to talk to you once more tomorrow evening. And until then, good night and God bless.